You're live.
This is podcast 200. Met Mike has the podcast. Subscribe, guys. So it's been a long time. 200 is finally here, and nice to be here live on YouTube. And I want to say that the people that helped out with this podcast, I'm going to say it like I always say, they worked very hard on this. They worked very hard on this thing. This was tough. This was hard stuff. Took a lot of guts, a lot of charisma, and a lot of chutzpah to get this done. And so what I'm going to do today is a couple things. I'm going to introduce someone special here in a second, that a good friend of mine who's got a lot of chutzpah and guts as well, that's here. She's unfiltered, which I like. Stuff which I like, and she doesn't hold back, which I like either. Neither do I. So, but first, guys, subscribe like always. We're going to take questions. We have chicken finger taste testing also in a few minutes as well, too. So we're going to have some questions, an interview with my friend in a second. I'm going to get to in a minute, and all that stuff. Okay, now, my guest here today is a woman I have a lot of respect for. I respect everybody, but let that go. My guest here today is a person that I've known for a year. Feels like forever, though, but I've known for a year. And she is what I call a fearless, tough warrior. And she's someone that I respect a lot. And we have all the same characters, same personalities, very much same personalities, right? And if you know her, if you're familiar with our podcast, you know who I'm talking about. But for those who don't know her, my guest, Christine. Hey, Christine, come on up here. Come on up, Christine. Get up here, Christine.
Finally, we did it.
Yes. So, people that don't know, tell everybody how me and you first, we'll kind of go back to it. So, how do me and you first hear each other, meet each other? A lot of people don't know this. So, how do me and you first meet and hear about each other? Some people that don't know.
So, that happened during the pandemic.
Yeah.
We were doing remote services, and Brian had a little group called Lunch Bunch.
Yes.
And I joined one day, and I heard him talking to one of my staff, and she's like, "Oh, this is my friend Brian." And honestly, when I first started talking to Brian, I'm like, "Oh, you are staff in the Woburn program?" Little did I know that Brian was an attendee of the program, and we just hit it off. And you know, every day when Brian had Lunch Bunch, I'd go on and to talk with them. And it got to the point where people were saying, "Oh, all you want to do is talk to Christine. All you want to do is talk to Christine." So we kind of, as remote drew back, into a smaller group, we decided that Brian and I would talk on the phone once a week. And we've been talking like every Thursday or sometimes twice a week for quite a long time. And here we are today.
So what do we have in common? Because a lot of people, well, some of you know, but those who have been with me know me too well. What do we have in common, me and you? One of the things we have a lot in common, though, I think. A lot.
So this is kind of like my liberation day. A lot of people, Trump supporters.
Yes.
I was not a Trump supporter for a while,
right.
But, right. And then I saw things in a different light, and Brian taught me a lot and made me realize and take a look at things. And I'm proud to say today that I am a Trump supporter, and Brian and I are wearing matching bracelets today that say Trump 2024.
Yes.
Let's take America back again.
That's what I'm saying, yes. And we also want to talk about, too, what are one of the things that you noticed about me when we first talked? Because a lot of the things, what did you notice about me from the first minute we started talking? Because a lot of people might not know that question yet. What did you notice about me from the word go?
Super intelligent, very well spoken. Like I said before, I thought Brian was a staff in the program, and he continues to amaze me every single day with his intelligence. And he is so, on current events, Brian knows his stuff. There are times when we have our phone calls, and I'm not ashamed to admit this, I have my computer in front of me, and sometimes I have to Google what he's talking about because he's a lot smarter than me when it comes to certain things. So Brian is like, he's a great leader, and he's taught me a lot about myself, and I'm proud to call him my friend.
A lot about yourself. And appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. And so what I want else to know is that we also have a passion for music as well. I think too, right? For music as well.
Absolutely.
So what are the music that we and you both like rock and roll? I think, right, to an extent.
Yep.
We both like. I think we both like Kiss, right?
Yep.
I
told
Kiss.
you I saw Kiss one Halloween when I was like 15, 16 years old. I'll never forget. It was one of my first concerts with my older brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's pretty great. And I also want people to know as well that we're gonna have chicken finger taste testing in a few minutes. Chicken finger taste testing in a few minutes. But does anybody here have any questions? I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna see. Who's got anybody who's got questions?
There are a few questions. We got Jonathan Kushner.
Press conferences. Let's do a press conference. All right, let's go.
Sam, do you want to go first?
Yes.
Cameras up, please. Yes, go ahead.
Want to walk next to Brian and ask? Yeah. Go stand next to him so they can see on camera.
You
didn't think of that, you didn't stab.
Go ahead. What's your question? Thanks, Andrew.
Brian, I like how you told me about the broadcasting,
Thanks.
and you've been doing really good every year.
I appreciate that. Do you have a question?
I do.
Oh, 1 second. Sandra, you get a question? Yep. Go ahead, John.
Go ahead, John.
Go ahead.
Brian, I like every Friday that we do the announcements on Friday, like I do the weather.
Yes.
And you do like birthdays,
Uh-huh.
and
Yes.
you're good broadcast about announcing you're a Trump guy.
Yes. And you know what? I will never be silent about that ever again. I'm not going to stop saying it for as long as I live.
You think Donald Trump will run again?
Of course he is. Of course he's running. Anybody who says he's not is wrong. Okay.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi.
You have a question?
I have a question,
Yeah.
Brian.
Yes.
I just want to say to Brian, do you like doing this? Do you like doing this with Christine?
It's great. I mean, look, well, I called her for a reason. I had to come for a reason.
Okay.
So yes,
We've been
yes.
he's been trying to get me on his podcast, but things just haven't worked out. And
Yeah.
today everything just fell into place.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got to
you
spend-
guys doing a good job.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Jackie.
Appreciate that. All right. So who else has the question? I want to see. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, Vinny. 1 second. Hold on. Who's that from? Don Mike. What's up, Don Mike? Go ahead. What's your question? Don Mike, what's your question?
That's good, Brian.
What is the question, Don Mike? Jeez. All right. Okay. What's your question, Vinny?
Do you like doing it?
Of course, one of my passions, of course, is one of the best things I've ever done in my entire life. It's a great thing to do.
And you love doing it.
Love
How you like?
I love it. Yeah. I've been doing it for a
How
while.
long will you be doing it?
I'll be doing that as long as I'm still alive. So that could be 20, 100 years, 200 years, who knows? But
Hey, you were hungry.
okay, I'm still doing it 100 years. Fake news. Go ahead. Fake news. Fake news.
Who is the favorite guest that you interviewed for a podcast?
Well, see, I've had several of them. I've had my friend Jim Lyons. Jim, hey Jim, where are you, Jim? I don't know if he's here yet, but if he's not here, Jim Lyons, Massachusetts Republican Party Chairman. Jim Lyons, I'll see you in May 21st at the State Convention in Springfield at the Mutual Center. So my friend Tom has been good. My friend Keith's been good. My friend Jeff Steele's been good running for governor. Jeff Steele's been great running for Massachusetts governor. And so, yeah. All right, next question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Beth has a question.
Fox News, yes, go ahead.
Beth,
What's your question, Beth? Go ahead.
You're doing a good job.
Okay, thank you, Beth. Well, all right. Well, all right, Beth. What's your question, Beth? You get a question?
I am looking for a co-host.
A what?
looking for a co-host.
For what? For what? For what? Exactly. Explain to me, please. Wait a minute. Wait, I have a question. Is Beth starting her own podcast?
I think she wants to be a co-host on yours.
Oh, she does.
She wants
All
to
right.
be your wing woman.
All right. Okay. Oh boy. All right.
Wants to be a girl.
What's your answer to that one, Brian?
I don't see why not. We could definitely set up a time for sure. Okay. Paulette from Newsmax.
Paulette from Newsmax, you got a question?
Paulette from Newsmax.
I want to choose as a running mate.
Well, that's a real question. I'm going to see. Let me see. I'm going to ask Christine because she would know more about this than I would. Christine, who do you think he's going to choose?
I don't know. Me and Brian have had many conversations about this, and I always tell him that I think Trump should choose Brian to be his running mate. Brian is, he's on top of it. He's on his game. I say Trump McCauley 2024.
Let's put it this way.
What would your slogan be?
We will bring America back again, make America great again. Hold
And
on.
our favorite?
Hold on, Christine. I'm doing it wrong. Let me do this in my order. We will make America see again. We will make America united again. We will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you. God bless you, people. God bless you. I love you. And so for that, and I would also say, and we will make sure we will fund Shore. We will give all the money to Shore. And frankly, we will not stop fighting until the people of Shore get what they want, okay? The people want Shore to be prosperous. We want to be fundamentally great. And we will never stop fighting until the people of Shore have had their voices heard. Their voices haven't been heard yet. And so, to make things great, we will make sure Kate DeFort will be promoted to deputy boss. And we will also make sure that we have a great time. All right, so next question. Next question. Go ahead. Tania from RS Broadcasting Network. Tania from RSBN.
Me, okay.
I
I do have a question.
You get
I
two?
thought I was Tania.
You say two questions?
I have one question.
Yeah. Who's your question? You had something.
Who do you see coming on possibly next month for the podcast? Any upcoming celebs coming in?
Well, we're working on some.
We're working on some. We have some ideas. I'm playing on my brain of who I think would come on. You never know. You never know who it'll be.
Antonia from that news station is available, so
That news station.
you need her.
Well, hold on. Well, first of all, she's a producer. So first of all, she's
It's okay. She wears many hats. I hear.
okay. All right. So what would you, George Bundon? Just the news. Go ahead.
You're gonna invite Trump.
No.
Bessie Miles says it all.
Tell him about the cracker.
So there is an app now out there called Trump Tracker. Christine,
Yep.
you get this one. Go ahead.
Trump
You get this-
Tracker
you get this
is a new.
It's free.
It is free. I
Thank
got
goodness.
it on my
I'm glad
iPhone,
it's free.
and it lets you follow Trump with where his latest rallies are coming up, speeches, and you can also review interviews that he's had in the past. They go back to
1980.
1980. Brian and I were listening some today.
Yes.
You can also contact Trump. So I took the liberty of sending Donald Trump a message about Brian, who he has met before. Briefly, Brian
Briefly.
met him.
Yeah, briefly.
But, in my eyes, Brian is unforgettable, so he must remember you. So I sent him a little note about reaching out and maybe calling in for a podcast one day. And
Yeah.
they acknowledged that they received my message and that they were going to review the contents and they would get back to me.
Review the contents.
So we're waiting on that right now.
Let's
But
see.
Trump Tracker
It's a great app
it's a good app.
And
I
it's free.
enjoy it.
and it's free.
And it's free.
All right. So Kate from conservativeshore.org. Go ahead.
I believe that's liberal shore.
Okay. Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Representing the liberals over here.
It's okay. Go ahead. What's your question, Kate?
Brian,
Both sides are good. Yes.
Could you just tell us a little bit about what your favorite day you've ever spent here at Shore Collaborative? What was that day? Can you describe it to us? Why was it your favorite?
Wow. The 100th podcast, because I taught you guys what A-list pizza was all about. I gave you influence you guys on A-list pizza and how great it is. And we had some pizza and some grilled cheese also as well, which was awesome that day. And I rant and rave about that, but I also like chicken fingers a lot, the best as well. It's the greatest, one of the greatest foods you could ever eat in your life. And you can't, but the best fingers of all time, yes, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, Tara. Fuddruckers in North Reading has the greatest fingers that the planet has ever seen. You can never get anything better than Fuddruckers. I'm always going to stand by that opinion.
Well, we're going to find that out today,
Well,
right?
yes. Well, anybody else have a question? I want to get some more questions here.
I do.
Okay, Mary, go ahead.
I was just wondering. I don't know how to say this.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I don't know how to say this in a way to be like more.
What is it? What do you want
How
to
to
say?
say it? Like what?
What?
I'm gonna say it the way I think that this is the most
Okay.
important way to say it.
Okay.
I was just wondering, why do you like Donald Trump so much?
Wow. That's a question I got. All right. Let me give you guys the answer of why. Okay? You guys listening? Good.
Yep.
Okay. Look, when I met him a few years back before he ran for office, I saw a side of him that not many people get a chance to look at and respect. The media's got him all wrong. The side I saw of him is completely different from what the media says about him. He treated me well. It was quick, but it was very nice. And that side of him, I have a lot of respect for because he's not the raging monster people says he is. To me, he's not. As a blind person, I saw through what the media says about him. Okay? I'll say it again. As a blind person, I saw through what the media said. And frankly, the media, what are they? They're all fake news. Most of them are all fake news. And nobody knows that more than my friend Christine and my staff Paulette, who started 2 weeks ago. She knows that very well as well. She's a Trump supporter as well in this one too, guys. But look, so here's the thing why I like him too. I like him because he's unfiltered and he says the facts. I like him because he's unfiltered, and I love it when he's loud, and I like when he cusses a little bit too. It's kind of funny when he cusses a little bit too. It's kind of funny too when he does that too. So, well, I'm gonna take Vinny, and people just don't understand. In my opinion, all my stuff I say is opinions here. In my opinion, he's a guy that, if I was ever president, I would be just like him, if not even more like him. I would use his policies. I actually, when I lead here at Shore, I use him as a leadership role. Let me say that again. As a leader here, where I'm at here right now, I use his leadership to influence me. So the way he energizes people when I do karaoke here, like when I spoke this morning, I did an announcement this morning about the podcast this morning on my loudspeaker here at our program here. So whenever I speak on a loudspeaker like that, I try to use that Trump speech energy that he brings. So I try to make people excited in a way that he can do it. So what's your question? Next question. Go, Vinny. What's your question?
I would take that hat off.
How am I taking it off? How am I taking it off? Oh, how am I taking it off? Who's next?
People Magazine, Wayne at People Magazine wants to know
Wayne?
if you could sing with one performer, who would it be? Since you're
I've
such a
already-
big karaoke fan.
Well, I've already sang with Gene, so that's. I probably say Bon Jovi,
Oh,
Go
Bon
Bon
Jovi, good
Jovi?
one. What song would you sing?
Dead or Alive.
Ah,
Yes. Who else has the question? Let's go with. I want to see. I want to see what Paulette says. Paulette from Newsmax once again. Get up here, Paulette. Get up.
Oh, if you can sing with somebody?
What was your question, Paulette? You had a question, I thought?
What was the question? If you could sing with somebody karaoke, who do you think I would
Yes,
pick?
yeah.
I would think I would pick maybe Gene Simmons.
Really?
From Kiss.
Really?
Did you meet
Now,
him before?
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you saying that because I met him and sang with them? Or
Yes.
Yes. Okay. See, it's funny.
Section with him.
So let me see. No, I get to see Paulette sing. I get to see Paulette sing with Dolly Parton actually. So, yes. All right. So who else has a question?
I think everyone's wrapped up the questions.
All right,
We're
great.
probably gonna get ready to, if you want to wrap up your interview with Christine, we'll get ready for the.
I do. I will in a second. Yes, I will. Christine, this has been a really fun time. It's been great to talk.
It's been a great day.
And you have no idea. I mean, this podcast has been one of my favorite ones I've done
Aw,
so far.
thank you.
And so what I really enjoyed about this time is that, this is just the beginning, but we could do more of these. Definitely will be in Chelsea somewhere. We just in Chelsea too.
Absolutely, come down,
I'm gonna come down.
set it up.
And this has been fun. And you guys have been great. Paul Guys 200 in the books again. You guys have been a great audience. And yes, you guys have been an amazing audience. You guys rock. And see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Here we go.
Now, Brian, you're gonna stay here and
Yes.
want to introduce your guest judge?
Hey, Jackie. Is this
So
still
who's
on?
our guest judge today, Brian?
Oh, is this still on? Oh, good. All right. It's live. Awesome. Oh, good. We're still live. Yeah.
This is Kate McCord again from the liberal side of Shore.
Geez. All right. The fake news side, right? Okay, go ahead.
Today is your big day, 200 episodes.
Yes.
Amazing, right, guys?
Yeah.
And as you just mentioned a little bit ago, you said chicken fingers are your favorite.
One of my
and
favorites, yes.
Fuddruckers
One of
are
my
the
fa-
best.
one of my
And
favorites, yes.
As you know, we've challenged you before. Like, if we got lots of different kinds of chicken fingers from different restaurants and places,
Okay.
would you be able to tell which one is from Fuddruckers?
I probably could tell because Fuddruckers, especially of making it, they have a special recipe of how they do it. So I could probably tell which one's Fuddruckers.
Well, we're gonna find out today.
Let's see. Let's see.
In a little segment we're calling Chicken with the Boss. Jackie Clark, the executive
Chicken with the
director
boss.
of
Hey,
Shore,
Jackie.
is here, and she's going to
Where is
join you in a blind taste test.
Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is
She's
she?
here.
Where is
But
she?
before we begin,
Yes.
Christine here has some history of chicken fingers
Yes.
to
Yes,
share
we
with
do.
you and your audience.
A lot of people don't know these facts,
A
so this will
lot
be
of
interesting to
people
see.
don't know these facts,
So let me ask you guys, where did chicken fingers come from? A hint, it's not from the stork. Does anyone know where they came from?
I do.
Where?
Fuddruckers.
No.
Where?
Nope.
Fuddruckers.
Nope.
Brian's favorite chicken fingers come from Fuddruckers. But this is a highly debated topic among chicken fingers aficionados.
Yes.
That there are two parts to this story. We may never know what really happened, or do we have to thank or who we have to thank for the crispy little delights. But we do have a few ideas. Scottish traditions in the South.
Is he Scottish?
Well, they're saying before chicken fingers, Americans had to learn about fried chicken. Where did they pick up that tradition?
Right.
The answer is immigrants.
Oh, jeez.
As in one case with our most traditions, according to Mike Saib of ErgoChef.com, during the Middle Ages, most Europeans were strictly boiling or baking their chicken.
Yeah.
In Scotland, however, they were frying it. Some Scots began immigrating to the United States, and they brought this tradition with them. There is also a less desirable theory that because of the slave trade, people brought over from Africa were working in the kitchens and introduced Americans to fried chicken. Another theory is fried chicken to finger food. Here's where things get tricky. Not too long ago, a restaurant in Manchester, New Hampshire, known as the Puritan Backroom, said they actually invented the chicken finger back in 1974. The truth? It was confirmed by Saeed that the article that about this restaurant was the first national mention of the term chicken tenders.
Yeah.
But other places were serving the same variation of this recipe during that time too.
Have you ever been there, Brian?
What place is it?
The Puritan Backroom
Never
in
been to that place.
Manchester.
Never been to that place. No.
The truth, it was, wait a minute. You see, chicken fingers are just thinner strips of chicken than the tender. Technically, they have invented the tender, which mostly comes down to wording. At the end of the day, all variations are equally good. Nuggets, fingers, and tenders. Is there anyone who doesn't like chicken fingers?
You know,
Anybody?
So it's funny you say that.
Oh,
So
hold on 1 second.
hold on.
So what were you saying?
Yes, you know what chicken fingers I don't like? The Chinese food chicken fingers is terrible. They ruin it.
I'll agree with that.
Okay, good.
Too much batter on it.
Yeah.
It needs to be
Way
thin
too
batter with chicken.
Breaded and fried like Fuddruckers. All right, next fact.
So I think there was a question over here.
What was the question, Heather? Go ahead.
You want to ask a question, Heather? Did you have a question for Brian or Christine?
What was it? What was your question, Heather?
Here she is right here.
What
Hi,
kind
Heather.
of food we gonna have?
Chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers. We're
Chicken
learning all about chicken fingers right now. So after we share these
What
fun
goes
facts,
with them?
you can have different dipping sauces, but I know Brian is not
No
a fan
sauce
of
for
dipping
me.
sauce.
Sauce is terrible.
So we'll try them out after we finish reading these
Let's
fun
listen,
facts.
okay?
We have 2 more to go.
2 more to go.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hold on.
Chrissy,
All right.
you know who has the best chicken fingers?
What?
Chinese food. Like
Wrong. Wrong.
I know.
You know what? Everyone has their different opinions
That's
and
right.
tastes and what they like. Nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean we can't all still be friends. We all like chicken fingers, just done in a different way.
Yeah.
My favorite place is Fuddruckers, chicken fingers from there.
All right. Okay. Okay.
I like their burgers from Fuddruckers.
Do you? Yeah, the burgers.
So the question here is there anyone who doesn't like chicken fingers? Anybody? Yeah, how can you not like chicken fingers? So like it says here, we've never met anyone who doesn't like chicken fingers.
We got one right here. Timmy Joe.
What?
Timmy Joe said he does not like chicken fingers.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Let me start again. We've never met anyone who doesn't like chicken fingers. But there are exceptions to every rule.
Yep.
They got us asking ourselves, just how popular are these fried strips of chicken really? According to statistics, pretty darn popular. Reports that 182.91 million Americans used frozen chicken in the year 2018.
Yep.
That's more than half the population.
Oh, wow.
They also found that 69.4 million Americans consumed chicken nuggets during the same year. The verdict, a ton of people love chicken fingers.
I do not.
Yes, you do, not.
Nice.
Nice.
So how are chicken fingers made? Well, we prefer to make it easy on yourself and enjoy some real juicy, tender chicken fingers at Kate's Kitchen. We think that's at Kate's house.
That's what I
Me and
said.
Brian,
That's what
we're
I
gonna
said.
invite ourselves over to Kate's
In
house for
Maine. You
chicken
know, we in Maine.
fingers. Or we can go to Ronnie's restaurant, wherever that is.
Where Ronnie is.
But we won't deprive you of this chicken finger tidbit. Although we can't share our secret recipe, we can give you the basics.
Okay.
Basic chicken finger recipe. Start with some fresh chicken, boneless, skinless breasts or thighs work fine. Cut the chicken strips across the grain. Marinate the chicken strips. Use cornstarch or for fried fingers that are tender and juicy. Cover your chicken fingers in a breadcrumb flour mixture. Fry them in oil and enjoy.
Nice.
Sounds good to me. I think we
Sounds
should
great.
have a
Couple.
make our own chicken finger podcast too.
I'll join that.
We can get our own recipe together.
There you go.
Add some secret Trump salt in there.
Ooh, yes. There you go. All right. So who wants to taste some? Anybody want to taste some?
I
Yes, Judge, come in here if you want.
Switching out. Jackie Clark is coming in.
Come back in.
We should probably give Christine a big round of applause.
Okay.
And then we
She's-
can keep it going for Jackie. Come
She's
on.
still here though. She's still here though. She hasn't left the room.
Thank you, Matt. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, of course you can.
This big event? Okay.
It's big. All right. So we're still live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay.
We got the first chicken finger coming for you both
Right,
to
now
share.
I gotta blindfold myself, okay?
Well, I don't need to do that because I can just eat it.
This is a good look for me on camera.
That's all right.
It's the 2022 one.
22.
I have a mask over my eyes and my mouth.
So I can't tell
All
like
right.
talking. Okay.
There will be 5 samples for you to try, all different kinds of.
Chicken fingers. No sauce, right?
There's
Okay,
no
good.
sauce.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Yep, Jackie, if you reach.
So I'm
there
going
you
to tell you
go.
if I like each one. Okay. I'm going to be brutally
Oh,
honest if I like
yes,
each one.
we definitely want to hear your opinion.
Thank you.
And Jackie's also tasting this blind too, Brian.
Okay,
She's
great.
got
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got a mask
A mask?
covering my eyes.
All right. So get ready for this one. Where's Tania? She's here, right?
I'm here.
Okay. Good. Okay. Want to make sure you were
Number one.
watching.
Get pictures of the back.
What do you think, T-Mac?
Hold on. I haven't actually popped it in my mouth yet. I'm waiting until
All right.
it's all good.
All right.
Okay. I think I'll pop it in. 1, 2.
Crispy. Good.
So. Okay. It's good. But I'm not sure if it made Farrakhan standards. Let me keep chewing here, see if I can really get an idea. Okay. So, not bad. It ain't bad, but I don't know. It tastes like it's too.
Maybe a little dry, huh?
No, not that. No. I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you what. No. Let me tell you what.
All right.
It tastes too homemade.
Oh, you like your food artificial?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
You guys need to wash that down. Are you ready for number 2?
Number 2, please.
All right, here you go. It's right in front of you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Hold on before I go. Loud Susan, do you have a question, Loud Susan? Do you have a question, Loud Susan?
okay. Number 2, B.
Okay. Okay.
Mm. Do you have a comment on that one, B?
Hold on. I'm still finishing this one first.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
We have some sorbet to cleanse our palate.
So it's not bad. It's not bad, but it just lacks that Farrakhan's freshness to it.
Yes.
Because Farrakhan's is
You still won one?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to move to the second one now.
I eat it.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. This is a mom chicken finger ripoff because this is how my mom makes them. So this it's good. It's not bad. It's all right. Again, you can never compare to Fuddruckers.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't care for number 2, but no offense, Mrs. McCauley.
First of all, I was saying hers are good. I wasn't saying hers are bad. I'm saying
No.
No.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Certainly not.
I wasn't
All
saying.
right. Well, you can put that one down if you want, Brian. You don't have to finish eating
Good.
it. And here comes number 3.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. So let me see. Wait a minute. This might have some promise.
Mm.
Maybe. Maybe. Don't get too excited. You ready, Christine? Here we go.
Go for it.
That's a good one.
So it's okay. It's definitely good. It's finishable. I would definitely say that. But
Kind of crispy. Chicken's tender.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's good to have freshness to it a little bit. But so it ain't bad. I'll say that. It's definitely not bad.
Okay.
So all right, let's 4.
It's coming. Can I take
You want a
these
drink?
ones?
Or you-
Yes, you can.
Want
Love.
some water?
Yes, please.
Jack, you have some water in front of you if you want. The cover's on, Lorraine.
Number 4.
Hold on one second. Let me just watch
Sure,
that for a second.
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, this is number 4, right?
Number 4.
You say, well, George, let's look at these.
George says you're not gonna eat dinner tonight.
I don't know about that, George. It's a little far-fetched.
I'm surprised you're eating them after lunch.
So this, believe it or not, had the popcorn chicken taste, actually.
Mm.
Do you notice that or no?
It's kind of peppery. I like that.
Not bad. Again, it's popcorn chicken-ish.
I don't think I know the meaning of that.
What?
I don't know what popcorn chicken-ish is.
It tastes like popcorn chicken.
Oh, of course.
I know where it's from.
Don't give it away, Cassandra. Don't give it
We'll
away.
get some audience input after the
I know
taste test.
one place popcorn chicken is found.
Yes, me too.
Popeyes. Popeyes.
Oh.
Yes. Popeyes is so.
Okay, where's the last one?
All right.
Last one.
Number 5.
The final
Okay,
finger.
you guys ready for number 5? This
Yep.
is the last one.
Okay. Where's Tania?
I'm here
Oh, all right. You've been so quiet. Okay. Let me see.
trying to figure out which chicken is which.
Tell me.
So, again, this is similar to the second one because it's homemade tasting-ish. So, yeah, it doesn't really have like a flavor to it. It's good. I'm not knocking it by any means. It's good. You know. It's all right. I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are we judging our favorite or which is Fuddruckers?
We can do it.
What your favorite one was. You can say it by number. And
And
I'd also love to hear if Brian can guess which one is Fuddruckers. Because you did have one from Fuddruckers.
I think I can guess. I feel like I know what it was.
I know.
You definitely don't know, audience, because I'm the only one who knows which
Ooh.
number to match up.
Oh, I got a great
It's
idea.
numbers 1 through 5, right?
One through
Yeah.
five.
If you want to vote, you can put up a number 1, a 2, a 3.
All right, B.
So-
Do you know which one was from Fuddruckers?
You ready? Of course I do. Of course I do.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
It's number 1. Which one was it? Which one was it
Do
then?
you have a
Tania's
favorite?
right. Tania's holding up the right number.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
I said number 3.
What was
Really?
your favorite?
I didn't realize that. What was my favorite?
Yeah.
Well, I guess 3 now. It was 1.
My favorite was number 4, the
I-
peppery
okay.
one.
You want to hear where everyone was from?
Yeah.
Number 1 was from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
So
pretty
I
good.
guess-
That was pretty
Number
good.
2 was Purdue, frozen from the grocery
Like David Perdue
store.
from Georgia. Yes, go ahead.
This is Kelly's recipe.
Guys,
Number
wait.
3 was from Fuddruckers.
The greatest restaurant of all time. Yes. The greatest restaurant ever.
Because I think you just said it was okay.
Well, I lied. So I lied.
Fake news.
Fake news. So yeah.
CNN.
I know what I said. And
Number 4 was Market Basket brand.
Yes, that's a mum mix.
Who
Yeah,
knew?
that's a mum mix.
Economical and delicious.
Yes. And number 5 was a brand also of a frozen kind that you bake
Yeah,
in the oven
that's what
called Yummies, which are like an all natural coating. And I believe got the biggest, most delicious response from Brian. Am I wrong?
Which one was it?
Number 5.
Yummies.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. Well, honestly, though, no matter what anybody else says to me, and I'm going to always say this, Fuddruckers will always be the #1 chicken finger place in the establishment of the entire world.
Thank you from the next.
Audience member that said you were stumped. Guess who that
I'd like to know who that was.
You have a question, Tara?
Well, I just proved my point that you could not figure out which is Fuddruckers.
Okay. Yeah, but Fuddruckers is good, though. Hey, Tara. I would say the Fuddruckers still is the best, though.
All right, let me let you wrap it up. Thanks for letting me
Thanks
be
for letting
part
me
of
come
the
in.
day, Matt.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And
Congratulations.
this has been thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie. Should we wrap up?
1 minute. In the spirit of chicken fingers, since Brian loves chicken fingers, and the fact said that the chicken fingers were supposedly invented at the Puritan Backroom Restaurant, George wants to present you with something here, Brian.
What is it? Hey, George. What is it? What is it?
I love you.
So what?
It's a gift
what is it?
certificate
For what restaurant?
from the Puritan Backroom where they invented chicken
Oh,
fingers.
wow. That's awesome, George.
Right in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, Georgie.
Thank you, George.
And it's not even my birthday's not even till June, so it's not even till June my birthday. So thanks, I'm gonna celebrate
When
early.
you go up there, Brian, you're gonna have to tell them that you are in fact a chicken finger connoisseur. You've come to taste the original.
Chicken fingers.
And then once you do, you can tell your podcast audience.
Did you say Manchester, right?
Manchester,
Yep,
New Hampshire.
I'm gonna ask Lorraine. Can you put that in my bag, please, so my parents can see when they get home.
So, let's say something, Kate. You look real close.
Go ahead. So, but let me just say this. Been a nice podcast, and what's gonna come up? I got something. I'm gonna preview a podcast right now. So come here pretty soon. Get ready for this one, guys. I'm gonna be having a debate pretty soon, very soon, with a staff. Can you guess who it's gonna be with? Nope.
Tania?
Nope. Not yet, at least.
Olivia.
Yes, you guessed it. You guessed it.
All right.
You guessed it. So
So
that's
Brian,
yes.
would you tell your podcast listening audience at home and here in person
Yeah.
what your opinion of condiments are? Because they are about to embark on their own taste test with the leftover chicken fingers. They are going to be trying barbecue sauce, honey mustard, buffalo sauce, and ketchup to decide what their favorite dipping sauce is. What do you predict they will choose?
Well, let me just say this. Don't put condiments on yours. Leave them plain. And I would say go make them. Excuse me. Make them breaded and make them fried, because that way they come out the best.
Obviously, I know which one I like. I like sweet potato base. You have that?
So I would suggest make them breaded and make them fried. And again, go to Fuddruckers. You can get those there. Other thing I mentioned about the Puritan Back Bay place. But yes, but again, make them breaded, make them fried, and make them big. Because when they're big and fried and bumpy at the same time, it tastes the best that way. So if you're gonna cook them, fry them like they're fresh. Freshly fry them. Big, fried, and bumpy.
Any final words for your
Any final words? Yes. You have been a great audience, and 200 podcasts in the books. Give it 200 podcasts, one tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow for podcast 201. Thanks, guys. Now,